The two primary arguments are bid'ah and tashabbuh bil kuffar. Excellent. That's the summary of the first position. Now, I have to say that those are solid points. It's a good paradigm. I respect that opinion, and it was one that I was taught as well by many of my teachers. In fact, all of my teachers pretty much all of my teachers felt that way. It is the position that is advocated by the modern Salafi movement. When we look at it, though, the other movements or interpretations of Islam, scholars that belong to other trends, generally speaking, they don't derive these rulings. And the question arises, why not? And those who are followers of the Salafi movement, I speak to them with respect and say that, also look at other scholarship and see where they're coming from and look at their paradigms. Islam is indeed a very beautiful and vast religion, and the Sahaba themselves differed amongst themselves. And it is possible that two positions can both be worthy of respect and both have solid arguments, but in fact, one of them, in the end of the day, is going to outweigh the other. And on a personal note, this is a very personal note I'll say here, especially to the audience of mine that is sympathetic to that strand. When I used to study at the University of Medina, as most of you should be aware, that I definitely was a part of that strand, and I identified with that interpretation. But over the course of the last 20 years, I have been rethinking through a lot. And this issue of celebrations was actually one of the first issues that I began to disagree with the movement about. And this was when I was in Medina studying at the master's level in the Department of Theology. And I began having debates and discussions, with other students. Those that were there know this very well. And this was actually one of the main issues that I began saying that it doesn't add up. The definitions that they have to extrapolate it onto, these things that they're saying is haram, like celebrations of anniversaries or birthdays. I said that it does not add up. And I began to argue politely, argue meaning debate or, go back and forth with my colleagues and even some of my teachers. And some of them, of course, were in agreement. The famous scholar Sheikh Salman al-Awda, of course, is of the position that I'm advocating, and others as well.